They showed up at my door in fake uniforms, demanding to inspect my cabin. What they didn't know? The most powerful cop in the state was sitting inside. I own a quiet cabin deep in the woods, my escape from the chaos of the city, and more importantly, from my nightmare HOA. Karen, the president, had been after me for months, claiming my cabin was an eyesore that needed to be brought up to HOA standards. One Friday evening, I was relaxing inside with an old friend, a man I'd known since college. He was visiting for the weekend, and we were drinking coffee by the fire when suddenly headlights seemed to beam through the window. 3 men stepped out of a black SUV wearing police-style uniforms with HOA enforcement stitched across the chest. One banged on the door. "Open up! HOA police! We need to inspect your property." I immediately felt something was off. Real cops don't announce themselves like that, and HOA police isn't even a real thing. I stood still, ready to call 911. But before I could, my friend calmly set down his mug and stood up. He pulled out a badge, a state police chief's badge. "Stay back," he whispered. "This is about to get interesting." When I opened the door, Karen was there, smirking behind the fake officers. "Step aside," she sneered. "These officers are here to enforce HOA law. Your cabin is out of compliance." The so-called officers tried to push inside. That's when my friend stepped forward, his voice cold and commanding. "Freeze, State Police Chief Matthews. You're impersonating law enforcement? That's a felony." The fake cops froze, eyes wide. Karen's jaw dropped. Wait, what? They're with me. They're HOA security." Chief Matthews pulled out his radio. "Dispatch, I've got 3 suspects impersonating officers and an accomplice ordering a forced entry. Send backup." Within minutes, real state troopers swarmed the cabin, lights flashing. The fake cops were cuffed, their cheap badges ripped off their uniforms. One admitted Karen had paid them to scare me out so she could claim my cabin violated HOA rules. Karen screamed, "This isn't fair! I was only trying to enforce order!" But the chief shut her down. "You tried to use fake cops to break into private property. That's criminal harassment. You're done." As Karen was dragged away in handcuffs, I couldn't help but smile. My cabin was safe, my friend had saved the day, and the HOA's little stunt had blown up in their faces. Sometimes, the woods are more protected than they think.